What's up everyone, Edgar with All One Solar Shine, back at it again, but this is a good one, it's a big one. I'm excited and ready, all right? This is gonna be actually visit number 2. I say that because we've already been here. We were here last year. We've already cleaned these panels before, but we got this contract on a repeated basis. That's what I've always talked about. Make sure you guys get all your clients on a repeated basis. That way you're coming back, you get that residual income. And repeat clients are always the best clients because you already know exactly how to tackle it. Like for example, last year, when it was our first time, I mean, we had a couple hiccups, we had a couple road bumps, you know, speed bumps in the way just because it was brand new. It's a school, a commercial site, 3,500 panels. That's right, 3,500 panels. So it took us a while. So this time, I have it fresh in my mind. I know exactly what those speed bumps were. I know exactly what those hiccups were. I'm not looking forward to going over any of those again this time. So I'm excited, I'm ready to get this done. We're on day 1 right now. I got 2 guys up on the roof. We're getting started. So right now we're just feeding up the hose to the top story. It's a tall building, so it's not like your normal house building where you're just gonna go and walk the hose up. So we're just pulling out of the van. I got the 2 guys up there, they're feeding it all the way to the top, and then we'll go from there. Once all the hose is up there, we'll get started.
And I see you have the harness, Edgar. You're scaring me, bro. What's going on over here?
Bro, you're about to get up there with me, bro, so you better you better be ready.
You better have a 3XL harness up there, bro.
Yep, we got the harness, straps, everything, man. We got the rope up there already waiting for me. So once I get up there, I'll get roped in, harnessed in, and then, it's all about safety. So especially when you're at commercial sites, everyone who's watching this, you want to make sure you have all the safety equipment that you need. Some of you may think it's uncomfortable. I gotta, that's what I think. I mean, I'm being honest right here. I don't like to sugarcoat anything. Being on a house roof, it's uncomfortable wearing this. It's uncomfortable having that rope aside from this and all the other hoses that are up on the roof. You got much more things to watch out. Yeah, maybe I don't harness up on the house roofs, right? But when it comes to commercial, I mean, aside from it being commercial, this is a lot taller than a regular house roof, right? It's even taller than a 2-story house. So it's all about safety here, guys. So make sure, I know this is a long intro, but hey, it's gonna be well worth it. So make sure you stick around, make sure you keep watching, because it's gonna be a fun one. So for any of you who are also gonna be doing commercial sites, this is definitely one to watch. All right, everyone, so as you guys can see, so this pole isn't long enough to go the full length, right? So we have to do half from the top, and then we're gonna go to the bottom and do the other half from the bottom, okay? You guys are probably wondering, there's 3 guys up here, one of them has a harness, one of them has a helmet. What the heck is going on, right? Why don't all of us have harnesses and helmets? Good question, I definitely wanna clarify that. This edge right here, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's small, but it's narrow, right? So I don't want a lot of hoses, a lot of ropes over here. Aside from that, how does gravity work? Down, okay? So if any of us was to slip or something, we'd slip downwards, okay? So when I'm on that edge, cleaning from the halfway down, obviously gravity's gonna take me off the building, okay? So that side will definitely be strapped in, will be harnessed in 100%, will be completely safe. Don't get me wrong, I know this isn't completely safe, some of you are probably gonna say, but the problem is over here, like I said, is we have a lot going on right here. There's a lot, these are standing seams, what they're called, standing seam roof. So you also have to just be very careful when you walk on it. You could trip over this roof, just the roof alone. We have conduits, we have already this hose. Adding more stuff just makes it, in my opinion, just much more complicated. You gotta go a lot slower. And I just don't want anything else to trip over. So, but when we're on that side, that's when you guys will get a nice clear shot of how we're strapped in. We have the rope on us and everything, so we'll be good to go. But right now we're doing 2 passes from the top, getting 2 rows at a time. That way everything's nice and clean. All right guys, so again, kind of just like your house, right? So you're gonna do the top edge first, all right? Just like your house, 2 passes on the top edge. Once you get done with those 2 passes, then you're gonna start going up and down. Because there's a lot of panels, okay? And also the length of the pole, we're gonna do 2 panels at a time. So you're gonna go up and down to the left, and then again up and down to the right, and then move down to the next panels. And so on, up and down, 2 passes, and keep going on as he extends the pole as well, because like I said, we have to go all the way down. So it's very uncomfortable having the pole extended so much and bringing it all the way back up with the pole all the way behind you. It gets very heavy. It moves down, you're gonna extend the pole, okay? And then when you're done, when you get down to we're going 4 rows. When he gets down and done to the 4th row, he's gonna bring it all back up and close the pole as he brings it up. So he's gonna extend the pole right now, and he'll go down to the next 2 panels. And this is just the beginning, the first pass, right? So he's gonna go up and down to the right, and then up and down to the left. He's gonna open the pole again, and he's gonna do the 4th row. This is the last row that we're doing from the top. So again, he's gonna go left to right, right to left, making sure it's always 2 passes. And then when he comes up, he's gonna close the pole. I was telling him, try not to lean, okay? You don't wanna be leaning as you're trying to reach to the end of that panel. When you lean, gravity's gonna take you. That's what we have an extension pole for, okay? You wanna stand straight, you wanna get firm, be nice and comfortable as you're standing here. There's no need to be leaning and cleaning the panel like this, all right? Extend that pole a little bit more and just get comfortable. So as he comes up, he's gonna be closing the pole. So when you guys are doing this, you just wanna make sure you get the corners, okay? It's all about the small details. So when you're doing the edges, make sure you get the corners. When you guys are going up and down, make sure you hit those corners. When you hit the edges of the panels, the frames, you'll hear it, all right? So for all of you who are just starting out, or for all of you who aren't comfortable with the rotary brush, or you've never used a rotary brush, you'll hear the rotary brush make a different sound when it hits the frames of the panels, okay? So that's also how you know you're at that frame, you're cleaning the frame, and you're going to the edge. Because if you don't hear it, then you're gonna have a small line at the bottom of the panel with still dirt on it, which isn't good.
Edgar, somebody might be saying, well, if you just keep the pole extended, you'll be able to knock out more panels faster.
It doesn't work that way because you got to get all these panels up front right here, right? And if this pole right here, this is probably right now extended maybe 15, 20 feet right now. But when he gets down to the 4th row, he extends it a good like 25, 30 feet. Now, when he comes to the top, you can't have 25, 30 feet behind you. What happens is the weight of the pole is gonna go down and it's gonna bring the brush up. Now we're fighting that balance of weight that can cause an injury to us, that can cause us to lean over this roof and fall down. That can cause the brush itself, if we're at the edge, to lose control and it goes that way off the roof. I mean, there's just a lot of things that can go wrong. So you wanna always make sure the weight of the brush is on the panels and not behind you on the pole.
Hey, but Edgar, I see you growing the team over here, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're finding people, man. We're finding people slowly but surely. I mean, I knew from the beginning it was gonna be tough finding people that are gonna wanna be on a roof, people that are gonna be comfortable. I've always had good workers, hard workers, responsible workers, but it was just the roof, man. You know, being on the roof isn't for everyone, and I get it. I understand that. Right now, we found someone else. I'm still looking for one more. So if you're watching this video, reach out because I may still be looking, you know, I may not be, but I'm always gonna be growing. So if I'm not looking now, I will be looking in the future.
All right, Edgar, so what are you gonna do next?
All right, guys, so now we're on to now the bottom portion of this. Like I explained earlier in the video, now we're gonna be using the harness fully strapped in. If you haven't seen already though, I actually did use this already on my Instagram page. So if you don't follow me there, follow me there as well. I actually cleaned these gutters at the beginning of this year. Obviously, as you can see from right there, you know, gutters at the edge, I was definitely harnessed in. This is a standing seam roof, like I explained. So when it's called standing seam because these seams right here where they join, they're elevated, okay? This roof itself is a trip hazard. 1, it's slippery when wet. 2, it has these seams. And then 3, all the conduits from all the panels. So it's definitely a trickier roof than your normal residential roof. This right here though, as you guys can see, okay? These screws right here, they come in, they close, and that's what tightens onto the standing seam. The standing seam actually sits inside this. So this right here is nice and tight, it's secure. It's what I attach the hose to or the lanyard to, and then to my harness. So I'm gonna go attach it right now, get everything ready because they're on the last 2 panels from the top, and then now we're switching to the bottom.
So Edgar, how do you know where to anchor it?
So you're, like I said, you're just anchor it to the standing seam. So it sits in right here. If you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it from that angle. The standing seam is actually gonna sit inside. Now, where you're anchoring on the roof, where you're gonna be. Okay, so I'm gonna be starting on these panels right here, this section. So I need the anchor to be in this section. As I'm moving down, unfortunately, I'm gonna take some time, turn the brush off, undo this, and then move the anchor down as I move down. So that's why I said it takes time. It's a bit of a hassle, but hey, safety is important. You know, when we're on this side of the roof, gravity takes me down. I mean, I don't know, we're like what, 30, 40 feet in the air? You know, I definitely don't want to fall from that height. And you're just, this comes with a ratchet. You can get a ratchet, you can get a drill. You know, if you have a drill, and you're basically, but this right here, this is a set. This is exactly how it comes. Comes with its own ratchet, comes with the anchor itself. If you want to just do it faster, yeah, just grab a drill and you can just drill this in.
How much does the whole thing cost?
I'm not gonna give you an exact price because I really don't remember, but I'm gonna say between $200 and $300, I believe.
So it's an investment.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's an investment that'll save your life, so it's definitely, you know, something worth getting.
People are gonna be curious. Did you get this because you had a near close experience, or you just always been precautious?
No, strictly preventative, man. Strictly preventative. Thankfully, knock on wood, I mean, everything's been really good so far. Everything's been, you know, safe, and we've been really good, both commercial, residential properties. But you know, if there comes a moment when you have to second guess yourself, that's the moment you have to do something. Either harness up, anchor down, don't even get on the roof, you know, just whatever the case may be, the situation is, don't be second guessing yourself.
So let's say there's somebody new to the game. They get up the roof and they're like, you know what, it might be a little steep. They don't got a harness. They're halfway through the job. What would you do in that situation?
Personally, and this is advice coming from me to you, if you're that person and you're watching, I'd say stop. Either A, go and get the equipment you need and go back and finish, or B, just let the homeowner know, say, sorry, I don't have the equipment right now. You don't have to explain the reason why or something if you don't want to, but just let them know you can't get it done, but you will find someone to get it done, because the last thing anyone wants, whether it's residential or commercial, they don't just want to hear the excuse. They want the solution. If you can't do it, you're gonna find someone who can do it. So go out there and get that person, because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your safety that's important. The job, there's plenty of jobs out there, okay? But there's only one of you. So that's the way you have to handle it. All right, everyone, so we're at the bottom now. As you guys can see, cleaning from the bottom, going up. When you do this, you wanna make sure you turn your brush around, because now I've always mentioned this in a lot of other videos, now you're not pushing the water, you're pulling the water, okay? So the brush has to spin in the opposite direction versus when you're cleaning it from at the top of the building. Second thing you wanna make note, this brush, I mean, I've always said it, it's not tremendously heavy. When it's rotating, it grabs on to the panels, okay, to the frames of the panels. So sometimes it does have a mind of its own sometimes. That's when you wanna be able to have better control of it. How do you do that? You want someone at the valve, okay? My man Gustavo over here, he's holding the valve. So if something was to happen and I lose control of this rotary brush, it goes off to the edge, falls out of my hands, whatever the case may be, he's able to turn it off real quick. I slip, you know, so he turns it off, we gain control back of the whole situation, and we keep going, okay? So this is always a two-man crew, aside from the safety of it. Something was to happen, he's here to call the ambulance, he's here to help me out, first aid, CPR. So aside from all that safety, precautious, the two-man crew also helps with the maneuvering of the brush, the hose, making sure everything's nice and good. That way we keep moving we keep moving smoothly, and the flow is accurate. We don't want to be jumping from panels to panels. We want to make sure we're cleaning them at a nice, smooth rate, and also that you're going over them 2 times. You don't want to be skipping panels. I'm not saying you're skipping panels on purpose, but when you're looking at this amount of panels in front of you, you can forget which panels are you cleaning, you know what I mean? So just take your time and do it right. It's not a rush, it's not a race. All right, fellas, so if you guys are watching, if you guys have stuck through all this, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Definitely drop a comment. Let me know what questions you have. Let me know, how would you tackle this? What questions do you have according to, like, if you're gonna be tackling a job like this, what questions do you have? I just wanna know, all right? So we're almost done with this building right here, this whole section of panels. We did the first one already. This is the second one. And there's a third one. It's a little bit more that way on this campus. It's a gym. They're not like this. You'll see when we get there. They're a little different as far as how they were installed, but they're on a roof. But it's a flat roof, so they're raised. Those are fun to get to as well. Our goal for today is gonna be those 3 buildings, and then a little bit of what else is going on. This entire project wasn't just solar panel cleaning. It was solar panel cleaning, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, and pigeon spikes, all right? 4 services here at this school right here at this campus. We're gonna be definitely handling these 3 buildings, and then we'll move on to another service. That way we just keep knocking everything off the list and just get out of here as soon as possible. I did, in the overall scheme of things, I do have 5 days scheduled for this project. So for those of you that are probably wondering, I know the biggest question of all is, how'd you price this? How'd you gauge this? How long are you gonna take on this? All right, for those of you that are asking and wondering those questions, it's all about just knowing your equipment, knowing what you're working with, knowing how fast you can clean panels. So if you're getting in the panel cleaning business, don't expect to jump right on a building like this, because you don't know how fast you're gonna clean it. You don't know how fast you're gonna get all this done. So you want that experience to know how fast you can handle this rotary brush. That way you know roughly how many days you're gonna take to do this. The manpower, right? I got 3 guys. Why? Because while we're cleaning solar panels, another one is right now cleaning gutters. That's an easy task. You don't need any special equipment. You guys saw my other video, right? You just need 3 things: the bucket, the scoop, and a garbage bag. So that's all he's doing right now, while we have the van, the pressure washer, the DI tanks, cleaning these panels. All right, so it's all about multitasking, making sure everyone is doing something, so that way we're efficient and we're getting this done properly in a good amount of time. All right, so we'll be wrapping this up pretty soon, and then you know, that's a wrap. So I definitely appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the love and support, the likes, the subscription. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. You'll be finding out a lot more information as the days go on and as we tackle the rest of these projects here at this school out here in Los Altos. So as always, Edgar with All One Solar Shine, thanks for watching. We service Santa Clara County, we service Sacramento County, and Hollister, bits of Salinas as well. So a little bit in those areas as well. We definitely want to get you a quote. We definitely want to take care of you. So if you're in those areas and you have a residential property or a commercial property, definitely reach out. Give me a call, shoot me a message. I definitely want to help you. So it's also solar panel cleaning, solar panel bird proofing, gutters, and windows. So whatever those services that you need and you're in these areas that we serve, give me a call, I'll get you a quote. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.